Hey there, YouTubers. Cody here. I hope everybody has been staying safe, staying healthy. I want to apologize. I haven't really posted anything in a while. But I was just thinking today, it's like, man, it's been over 4 months since I've even made a video. So, thought I'd post a little update about what's been going on. So as you can see here, I've got some engine heads. Don't worry, these aren't my Crown Vic heads. These are actually some big block heads. So, I have recently got my hands on a 1989 Ford F250. It's an XLT Lariat, 4x4, has the 460 big block and the ZF 5-speed manual. A buddy had the truck, and I go over there and look at it, and he just got the truck himself and kind of tinkering with it, and we couldn't get it running. He already had it running once. He wanted to show me it running, but he's like, "Man, this thing runs sweet." And sure enough, I show up there, and we couldn't get it running. But I was pretty much already sold on it. Big block with a 5-speed manual and 4x4 that works. So I took it home. We had to pull it home. It's a Ford, so nothing unusual there. But we pull it home and finally figure out it was the coil burnt out, and because he accidentally left the key on all night. But we tried to get a new coil, and then it still wouldn't run off of his he had some type of distributor on there. It burnt out something inside of that too. So anyways, but basically what I ended up doing was getting a HEI style distributor, because I didn't mention that yet, because this is an 89, so it should be, EFI, fuel injected, but somebody already started converting it over to a carburetor, and they, didn't quite finish it all the way, so it was kind of a little rigged up. So that's why I went with the HEI distributor that just needs a hot wire and it sparks. So anyway, I got that. I ordered it. It finally came in. We slapped it in there, man. Truck fired right up, idled, purred like a kitten. Like, all right, that's pretty sweet. But it had a little bit of a miss to it. But didn't really think anything much of it. Figured it just might need to clear out. It's been sitting for a while, So like I said, got it running. It needed a bit of work though. There was no gas tanks in it, so we had a gas tank rigged up in the bed of the truck, but I wasn't even using that one. I was using my buddy's boat can as a gas tank, just to figure out some bugs with the truck. So I was driving around like that for a while, and then I did what I traditionally do to every vehicle I get. I took the exhaust system and just ripped everything off of it so I could redo it myself with straight pipes. So I did that, straight piped it, and after doing that, you could hear, because I had muffler on it before and other junk, but you could hear it after a straight pipe. You could hear something like sucking through the exhaust system. So that's when we started thinking, it must have a bad exhaust valve. So we were, me and my brother were working on it, and we started pulling off, each spark plug wire off the distributor one at a time to see, if one wasn't running. And sure enough, we get around, we go, and we get to cylinder number 8, and it didn't change a thing, pulling down and off. So we figured out, okay, there it is. So I grabbed my compression checker, hooked it up to it, and sure enough, it had 5 psi's all bumped the compression checker up to. So that's when we knew. It's like, okay, so we got something wrong here. Which is funny. The truck ran great on those 7 cylinders. Plenty of torque. It'd spin the tires if you hit the gas good. And so. But it's crazy. But let me show you here. So this is cylinder number 8. This is off the driver's side head. So as you can see there, a wee little bit of a chip out of the exhaust valve there. So you can just see how nasty this thing. I mean, somebody's probably been driving it like this for a while. But I mean, it's like you almost couldn't even tell. Get that out of there. Jeez. I mean, it's like you almost couldn't even tell though, man. It had plenty of power like this still. But yeah, so like I say, So these are the 89 heads, and like I said, so we kind of rigged up the whole carburation thing. So I decided, you know, doing a little research, I was like, well, you know what, why don't I just get some carbureted heads and slap on there, because apparently they fit on the block the same, you know. So I was searching around for some carbureted heads and, you know, a nice, you know, aluminum intake or something and whatever. And I was telling my cousin about the truck because he loves working on, you know, motors and stuff too. And he's saying, dude, my dad's got a 1987 460 sitting in the backyard. It's been sitting there for 10 years, but there might be something you can use off of it or whatever. So sure enough, you know, travel down there. We lugged that beast up in my mom's Dakota and brought it back, and I started stripping it down, and it wasn't too bad. The block was pretty much shot on it, but the heads, surprisingly, were quite salvageable. To my knowledge so far, you know, I haven't had anything hooked up yet, so we'll see, but these... So my goal is to take these are the 1987 heads, and I'm going to slap these on my block. I already bought myself a Weand 8012 aluminum intake. It's over there. So I got me a nice intake to get rid of that, you know, 100-pound beast of a cast iron intake the thing had on it. And so I'm pretty much going to take the 89 and fully convert it to carburetor and you know, in a right way instead of having a rigged up, you know, EFI intake. It even had so we just used the injectors to plug the injector holes on the old EFI intake. So, you know, it's like, so doing this, I'll be eliminating all that junk. You know, I'd rather have carburation anyways, because I know Ford's had a lot of issues with that EFI junk, all that smog crap that's on everything. So all that'll be done away with. And it should be a pretty sweet runner. I've gone through, I've lapped all of these, got them all sealing pretty darn decent. None of the intake valves leaked at all, but I think it was one of these two exhaust valves does start to just slightly seep after about 45 seconds. But yeah, it's hard to say. I've done some reading online. Some people say if it drips one drip within 24 hours, it's shot or needs redone, or and there's people saying that it's just got to last a millisecond. So, and you'll be good. So I don't know. We'll see. But and then these exhaust valves hold fluid for about 3 minutes before they just slightly start to seep. So I think I'm going to be fine. It's my first time doing it, so I actually, you know, this would be an experiment for me. So if it don't work out, it's whatever, you know. It's been a project truck, so it's not, you know, I don't, you know, if it doesn't work out, I can take it all back apart. That's no problem. And here's the other head I'm still currently working on, lapping this one out. I've done it a few times, but I'd like to do this one a couple more times. It's got a little bit of pitting there, and so does the exhaust valves. So I'll go through and do those a few more times, and I haven't leak tested or anything yet. So so I'll get all the valves put back in there, get the springs on it, and see how it does. Yeah, that's all I can think about sharing with you guys right now. Like I said, just want to post a little update about what's going on. This will be a pretty fun little project. Yeah, about getting ready to put everything together. Like I said, this one should be completely done. I got all the springs on. You know, new valve guide seats. Yeah, and I kind of, you know, cleaned out all the ports and everything as good as I could. So just slap it together. I'm hoping within the next few days to at least have the heads on, and the intake, you know, I gotta do the RTV glue on the edges of the intake. So I wanna, you know, obviously that's gonna need 24 hours to dry. It's got a Edelbrock 600 CFM carburetor on it, which I think will be fine for now. I might get a bigger one later, but that'll get it running, and I can show you guys how it sounds, because I think it sounded great before, so it should sound even better now. Oh, and I also got long tube headers, so this thing should sound pretty sweet. It should be really nice and opened up now too with the new intake and the headers. So, and they're Hoping I got the right headers. Anyway, I did a bit of research because the stick shift needs their own own type of header because of the clutch assembly and all that junk. So from doing some research on the F250 forums and stuff, I think I got the right ones. I'll find out soon enough. But yeah, like I said, this is a little project I got going on. 89 F250 with a big block 460 and a 5-speed manual. So I've been itching for another stick shift ever since I sold my Mustang, man. Nothing like grinding your own gears, you know. So yeah, that's that. Again, I hope everybody stays safe out there, stays healthy, and thank you for watching.